Hey, Jim Gray here. All right, guys, I'm going to talk about my progress with Newage-Bank, and also I'm going to discuss, is Newage-Bank a scam? Well, I try to tell people in my videos that this is paying right now, and I'm making money with it. But do I think it's going to one day stop paying? Yes, I do think it will stop paying. So I try to be honest with people and not scam people or anything like that. So what I like to do is just tell you, like, I suggest not, like, if you're already in it and it's still paying you, I would say, hey, go ahead and, collect your money and stuff. But I would probably look at a exit strategy, at least start cashing out, make sure you get your money back and all that kind of stuff, and not, I would, in my opinion, I would not keep reinvesting. I would play it as safe as you can, in my opinion. Now, it's your own decision, but I don't want people blaming me if they, do something like join now and it doesn't work out or something, or they don't reinvest and I suggested that they cash out and then they go, oh, it lasted a year, and it's up to you to decide how you feel about it and what decision you make. So it's not, I don't want to have any influence on that, but I just want to tell you that it is paying. And also feel free to comment below about what your opinion is. And also don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I make videos all the time. So I try to make them every day, but sometimes I get around every 2, 3 days and make one. Sometimes I'll pump out a bunch at a time, but I try to make a lot of videos per week. Anyway, so I have a small team. I got paid here a couple times from it. I'm not a big recruiter. Like, some people are getting like hundreds and 200 people recruiting. I might get 20, 30 and stuff like that. My channel's still a little newer, and it's growing every day though. But the money I made, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm at the point where I'm at a break even point from getting referrals, and also I'm getting about 2 BTC per day. So I cash out twice a day. I mean, not 2 BTC, I'm sorry, 0.002 BTC per day. And let's see, my history. Well, it's pretty cool. Let me show you how this works here. Like every day, you can just do it once a day, like say 6 o'clock every night or something, or 6 o'clock in the morning. You come here and you do this. You click it. It puts the cash up here off the card. It puts the cash there. But I already cashed out once this morning, I believe, and I did last night. So I'm not at the point where I'm ready to cash out. But I just wanted to show you how it works. So here's the history. Yesterday, the 3rd, I took out 0.0012. Yesterday on the 3rd, I took out 0.009. So those two together are about 0.002 for yesterday. And then on the 25th, I took out 0.001. And on the 25th, I took out 0.002. And then on the 24th, I only took out one time on the 24th, so that's why I had a little more here on the 25th. But if you look each day, like on the 23rd, I took out a small amount right here, 0.002. Then I took out 0.001 on the 23rd, and another 0.001 on the 23rd. And on the 22nd, I took out 0.002. So you can see I'm getting money out of this. So it takes about 15 days to get your money back with this program. So I didn't really analyze what percentage that is, but it's not too bad. Maybe 6% or something, or not 100% sure. But what I did, I deposited 0.005 and 0.01 twice. So let's see. This one's 0.005 and it doubles in 30 days. So like around the 15-day mark, you got your money back, and then 30-day mark, you doubled your money. Same here with this one. It pays this much per day, 0.0003. So what I did was buy 2 of these 0.007s. So that comes out to 0.002 something per day. And that's all I want out of this program, is just a couple of dollars per day, because I just get a bunch of programs that are like $1 here, $2 there, $3 there, and then they add up, and then when one goes away, I still have money coming in. So, and this is just one of those sites. But I didn't go that high with it. I really, $30. If I if I break even or lose or something like a little teeny bit, I'm not scared to risk it. And I think it's like a game. I'm starting to realize why I'm asking why people are going for all these hypes and stuff because I'm starting to realize people are willing to risk the money, and it's money they can lose. So it's just like if they went to Las Vegas and they're like, hey, is this one going to make me money? Is this going to be the big one or what? So I feel like people are doing that. Like they're hoping that each one is the big one that gets them that big time bucks, and they're not scared to lose a few small bucks and on the way to find the big bucks, like, just like a slot machine or something, or playing risky games in Las Vegas. There's a lot of risk in these kind of sites. So if you're the kind of person that wants to risk it, then go for it. I mean, um, you can go for it, but I suggest if you're the type of person that has like no money to spare, and you're gonna like be all upset if anything happens and doesn't go right, this isn't the kind of site for you. So I just want to make that disclaimer. Don't even think about don't go to Las Vegas if you don't have any money. You got $100, and that's your life savings, and you go to Vegas thinking that you're gonna come out of there with millions of dollars, and then you come home broke. I mean, you got to know that you can't spend your last money on stuff like this. But if you have money to play around with, it's kind of fun to play around with it. Now, let me show you some other sites that I think are worth playing around with. And any site can have risk, but I think they have a lot less risk. Like on my portfolio here, my paying ads is one of the better sites, I think. And here's what I did with it. You can buy ad packs for $5. So I bought the maximum $5 ad packs up to 100, and now I'm working on the $10 ad packs. So I'm at 148. But look at my balance today. I'm going to buy two more today because when this hits 15, I'm going to buy a one $5 ad pack that expired, and then I'll buy one $10 ad pack, and then I'll have 150. I'll be at that's my goal, and then from there, my next goal is to hit. I might set it to 175, but I think I'm going to shoot to get to 200 as fast as possible. Now at 150, that's $20 per day I'm getting. And it's if I'm reinvesting it, then I'm compiling it, compounding, and putting it back in. So I mean, I could just say, hey, start taking 10 out and keep reinvesting the other 10 or something like that. That's one way to do it. Or what I'm going to do is just reinvest it until I get to 200, and then on probably Wednesday and Thursday, I'll let it add up to the 30 and 30, and take the 60 out, and then the other 5 days keep reinvesting. And I think I'm going to start doing that once I get to 200 ad packs. I'll just keep reinvesting, 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 take 60 out. Reinvesting, 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 take 60 out. And then once I get to $35 per day, if I take if I take Thursday and Friday, that's $10 a day I'm making, because that'll be $70 that I can take out. So I'm keeping $10 per day. And what I'll do is reinvest it in something else. Now, here's another safe program I think is pretty safe. Now, there's no guarantees, but this pays a lot less than a hype does. Like this one over here is paying you big time bucks, every day, but it could go away so fast, and it's like really high risk. And whereas something like this is way, way, way less risk because it's backed by real companies that do sports betting. So you know how much money the house makes when people are doing betting. That you go with the house on this program, they're making the money off of all the people who are making all these crazy bets. No, not crazy, but making risky bets and stuff like that. And then the house usually wins no matter what. So I'm investing in the house. Now here's one of my my first investment that I made, or deposit that I made, however you want to look at it. I started with 0.025, and now it's 2 more days until 30 days, so 28 days. I've gotten back 0.037, so that's like $12. That's almost 50% in 30 days. And right here it's saying I've been paid 40.47%. Now, that's pretty insane, like just suppose I had, if I had spent 100, I'd be at like 40 some dollars right now, extra. So it'd be like 140 something that I would be having as running capital. And also I'm compounding 100% here. So I'm saying every day reinvested, every day reinvested. I could put it on 50 and it would give me half of it every day, and I could withdraw half and then reinvest the other half. That's a strategy some people like to use. Some people want all their money back right away first and then they reinvest. But when I do a $25 deposit, I don't really expect, to make money, that much money off of it. So I don't mind compounding it and compounding it a little bit. Now, if I put $1,000 in, I want to make sure I'm getting some money back so I can make sure I'm getting a return on my investment, and not, risk the whole thing. I might do 50 and 50 or something like that, until I got the whole amount back, and then keep putting it back in after that. But with $25, I'm compounding at 100%. But when I see guys joining programs like this, dumping 500 in, and they're dumping in 1,000 and all that kind of stuff, it's a high risk program, and I see some of them not breaking even and losing their money and everything. And then I show them a program like this that's really a good program that if you put $1,000 into this, and let me show you something. Let me show you my dashboard first. Okay, that's just one of them. So I put a second $25 in recently, and I have 24 more days to go. So 6 days ago I put it in, and I'm already at $27. So I'm making a couple of dollars a day. I mean, not a couple dollars a day, but I've made a couple dollars in 6 days, almost $3 in 6 days. So I'm at 8% right now. And when you're on the main dashboard, they actually show you what your percentage each day was. So I'm getting around 1.5 average, 1.5, 1.46. This one's low, 1.1, 1.49. But then there was one that I saw recently where it was way higher. So it kind of averages around, okay, here it is, 1.8 right here. So this one, that was a good day. And it's based on performance of the site. But you average, I'm averaging around 1.5 or so per day. Now, they even have a calculator here that under finance, calculator. Now, just suppose the same guy that, let me pause for 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. All right, guys, sorry, I got a phone call from my wife. All right, so I'm back now. Now, let's just use dollars because it's easy to use dollars. So let's say we're going to invest $1,000, like we want to deposit $1,000. And on $1,000 right now on this site, the average ROI, return on investment, is 1.5. And because it's a beginner, it's 60% for 30 days. Now, is that the right? I thought that becomes a starter. Okay, I'm not sure, but anyway, I think this one is it still says beginner. So let's say if I put 5,000 in, it changes on its own sometimes. So let's see. Yeah, see 5,000, and it's showing as an expert, right? You get 90 days at 80%. Now let's do something simple like a thousand. Okay, so 1,000 is basic at 70%, right? And I want to do 100% compound. Now with $1,000, the first day you would get approximately 1.5, right? And then you get your share here. So you would get approximately 0.50 back, it looks like. So the next day your 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 balance would start with, well, actually that's 10. So anyway, it looks like the next day you're going to start with, you made $10.50. So the next day your balance would be $10.50. And then so on. The next day you would get another $10.50, approximately 50 cents, and so on and so on. And oh yeah, sorry guys, right here is where it shows what you're going to get. 10.50. The next day you're compounding 10.61. The next day you're compounding 10.72. Next day you're compounding 10.83. Now look, when it gets down here towards the 60th day, you're getting $19 per day off of that 1,000. And your total is going to be, in 60 days that you get on your return, $1,852. So up here it's going to tell you that your profit that you would make in 60 days off of $1,000, it's almost double. So look at that. Your profit would be $871, plus you get the 1,000 back at the end. So you're going to get your money back, and then you made $871 off of doing nothing for $1,000. Or you can join, like, not saying Newage-Bank, but a program like this and put 1,000 in, and then you're getting all this money back, and then all of a sudden the next day you log in and you're not getting any money anymore, and they're like shutting down, and then 2 days later the site's not there. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen with this, but I'm just saying with hypes in general that a lot of them don't pay, So I don't, and I'm still trying to wonder why people are, joining every hype that they meet, that they see, and then a safe program like this that they can invest in and start making money, comes along and they don't want to do it. And look, sports are the B-Win and Unibet Sports and William Hill. Those sites are what we're investing in when we invest in this site. So with Andres Martin and Ronald Wald, they're two experienced traders with over 3 years experience in betting markets. So this is nothing's 100%, but it's like stable, and because it's not paying like a million percentage per day, a lot of people don't may overlook it. But if they take the same money that they're wasting, and like one guy I've seen people complaining, saying they put 1,200 into a site and then the site went scam and all that kind of stuff. Well, sites like these are, they're more reliable and less risky, in my opinion. And I can't say whether this site's how long it's gonna last and everything, but you can call the number. They also have a Facebook group, which a lot of sites do have it, but it's an active group and stuff like that. They have contests, and they're active with the group. They interact with the group and all that kind of stuff. So it's something I would say is worth risking, as opposed to joining like the riskier program right now, especially now after this has been going for a while. Here's another site that's really risky that I joined early and am making money from, but I highly suggest that people may take a serious look before investing. But even though if you join the site, you can get free gigahashes. Excuse me, you can get free gigahashes and just work it that way, and then also just get other people to sign up and get their free gigahashes. And you just give them a disclaimer that it's a risky site if you're I would, that's what I'm doing, at least anyway, saying that it's risky, really really risky, but it is paying. But the one thing that crazy about this site is, well, now see, I'm getting right here, I get $1.2 per day. So I'm not getting as much as some of the other people that I've seen. They were like level 6s getting $5 and $6 and more a day and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind the $1 per day, but the problem with this site is now that they changed it, where I used to be able to get the $1 out per day, or the 1 gig. I was doing 1 Bitcoin per day for a while. I was able to make withdrawals right away, and now they changed it. So that's the thing. These programs, they pay more up front, but then later on you could end up losing on these kind of sites, and then it's not as it's almost like, why didn't I just join a solid site like this and just invest like $100 or 200 in that, and then watch it grow, and then after time goes by, you're still in that site getting paid, and the other sites are long gone. And that's the trend I'm seeing people do, is they're still going for you know for these sites. Like if you're just spending 10, 20, $30 and stuff, and you're not risking a lot, I mean, as long as you know that you're not risking a lot, you're risking a small percentage of your money, then if 1,000's your comfort zone, then that's cool. And you can walk away with losing 1,000 and it didn't hurt. That's cool. But if you're going to be complaining and all complaining about the website and complaining to everybody about it, then don't invest that kind of money in the site, because you can't afford to lose it, or else if you could, you wouldn't be running around saying anything about it. But anyway, that's the point I'm trying to make, is that you can make money with these sites. And let's say I got a lot of withdrawals. Look, .006, .006, 0.001, 0.001, 0.002, 0.001, 0.001, 0.002, 0.001, 0.001, and then I can keep going back, you know. So, excuse me. I think when you get into these sites early, like I did, you make some money back, and you know, you may get a few referrals and stuff like that and everything, or get paid for getting referrals and stuff like that. But but I think if you're going to be risking a lot of money, at least find a safe site, a couple of safe sites like this one. There's another site that I also invest in called Trade Coin Club. That seems less risky. I mean, it could be. Who knows? They could end up being a scam. But when you go through, like, you check them out and all that, they have a data center, they have a phone number and all that kind of stuff, and offices and all that. So if they go scam, then they really went under. I don't think they were trying to deceive people or anything. Whereas some of these other sites, you can't. There's no name, there's no way to contact them, nothing. You just pay the money, they accept it, then all of a sudden one day they just shut down or something. So let's see, if I were to go like this and just go to regular Coin Club. Here's my account right here, and I'm making, like, I'm on a middle. I invested the minimal amount. It's 250, but you have to pay point 0.30 to get started. Then your 0.30 turns into 0.25 because of the admin fee. Well, I'm back already. I got my admin fee back already, and I'm still earning. So every few days, what I do is whenever this number hits 0.003, I can reinvest. But I kind of slacked on it for a few days, so I'm going to take this money right here and reinvest it back into this balance here. And they only trade with half of your amount. So when you join with the 0.25, they take 0.125 and only invest with that. Well, my 0.125 has turned into 0.151 now, so it's slowly growing. But as I compound, it starts growing more and more. It seems like a lot safer program, and they have cycles and things like that. So as you go through cycles, you're expected to supposed to increase by 5 times, I believe, your money. As long as these wheels are spinning, you're making money. You can every Sunday you can change your risk. If you're like, man, I think I want to take it easy, I'm going to get off the high risk. When the wheels stop, you can change this to medium or low. That's another program that's pretty safe out there, and it's on my wall, on my portfolio. FutureNet's pretty safe, I would say. Sports Arb. Buying leads is, building your list is pretty, you have a capture page and you autoresponder. Building your list is a great way to make money. And my paying crypto ads is pretty solid program. I'm also in Gladia Coin, which I'm going to make a video about today, but they're doing maintenance on the site right now. So, but I'll make a video showing, that I think it's a safe program and why it's good to invest in it. So that's pretty much it. I would say, if you're going to try to join Newage-Bank, make sure you don't invest anything that you're not really willing to lose. And also, if you're already in it, then I would start, in my opinion, I would start trying to not reinvest over and over again. I would try to start making sure you're cashing out to break even, or get, to your break even point. So that's pretty much it. Newage-Bank at this time is paying, like I said, but I think it's super high risk. Now, it's up to you whether you decide you're going to go take that risk or not. All right. So, and hopefully you'll take a look at my partner with jimgray.com. Look at that site. Maybe you'll see some the programs you like. I'm starting to put videos below some of the programs where you can see, like right here, you just click right there and it starts telling you about the program. Right here, this is one. I need to add more to these, but you can get an idea of what's going on with the program on this page. And if you have multiple programs that you're promoting, then consider joining this. It's really inexpensive. It's like $11 a month, and I think when you have 2 people um, two of your partners you refer, and it's free. So, and then after that, you're making a small profit, every month off of it, and it can grow, you know. So, also you can get in touch with me on Facebook right here if you really want. Twitter is here, and uh, you can Skype me, but I'm not on Skype that much. All right, guys. I hope you liked the video. It's kind of long. Uh, just comment below and give me your opinion on stuff, and opt in, please, if you haven't opted in. I'm trying to grow, and that's it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.